All right, good evening, everyone. This is the Warren Planning Board. It is 7:16, Monday, October 21st. Our meeting is being recorded and broadcast via local cable access, Zoom, Facebook, and YouTube. If anyone in the audience is recording, please let us know. And we'll go to if everybody can stand for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So we turn this on too. All right. First up is an A&R for 430 Cutler Road Extension. So who's, okay.
Make sure I'm grabbing the right plan.
Basically, simple one lot A&R, existing house on the remaining land. It's gonna be about 8.8 acres remaining, 203 feet of frontage, and then he's creating a front lot for his son, I believe, to build that has 250 feet of frontage and 2.5 acres out.
Okay.
Okay.
Just carving that out, right?
Yeah.
Did everybody get a chance to look at it?
I looked at it online.
I didn't see any
issues?
No,
It maintains
the back
the back lot
dimensions.
dimensions,
From what I could
what
tell.
I could tell.
It looks fine. Yeah.
Good.
Because it's
It's
the three of us.
And Drew.
And Drew,
Drew, any? You good?
you good? You're muted.
Still-
No, I'm fine with that.
Okay,
Okay, cool.
all right, okay, I need a motion.
I make a motion, we accept the A&R for,
Yep,
Yep.
Sorry, Mr. Chairman, Jim Ferrera, Town Administrator. Mr. Chairman, just have the gentleman identify himself, his name.
oh, sure,
Oh,
yeah.
sure, yeah.
And we have to identify Drew King as participating remotely.
Oh, all right,
all right,
okay,
okay.
so,
Where she's participating from.
okay,
Okay,
so I'll do that first. Drew King is a member of the planning board and is at home?
home?
Yes, correct.
Okay, and participating remotely via Zoom.
I'm not Jeremy Crowe, DC Engineering.
Okay.
All right.
okay.
So here, I have to recuse myself on this one because I am an abutter. I'm the neighbor, so I have to recuse myself.
Yeah. So,
So I need a motion.
Oh, yeah. I make a motion, we accept the A&R for 430 Cutler Road Extension.
Second?
all in
All in
favor?
favor?
Ed Longigan, aye.
Virginia, aye.
Rich Hacker, aye.
Aye.
Do you have the pens?
I have.
Oh, I have.
Oh, we have one.
Official.
I brought all three, so you didn't have to fight with them.
One on one end, one on the other. It's the
21st.
Jim, does
Drew
come in and sign, or does it matter?
Yeah, she voted on it, yes.
Okay.
Drew,
Drew, does Andrew come in and sign?
I can make arrangements possibly to meet somebody in the gym to have me sign papers tomorrow if you want.
Okay.
Absolutely, and I'll be here 8 to 4 tomorrow, so Drew, I can
I'll-
meet you downstairs
I'll
if you're
arrange
able to come in.
before.
Oh, you will.
Yeah, here, simple thing.
I mean, I don't know how many you guys need.
We signed them all.
Yeah, we sent you back with Mylar for the registry of deeds and a paper copy.
But he's not gonna be able to take any tonight, because you still gotta wait for.
Oh, yeah, for yeah. Yeah, so Jeremy, I can give you the hauler when they're ready for you.
Front of my house.
Yeah, kids can stick it on one.
They own the property, we can do whatever they want.
Oh, I've been there. It took me a minute to figure it out, but I can handle that later.
We have more pens.
Yes.
They're all. Like mimeographic. Oh. Do you remember mimeographic?
Oh.
You're old enough to remember it.
Okay, so I guess all of these A and Rs are gonna have to wait till tomorrow.
Yeah.
To take, if you- whoever has
Whoever
it.
has it.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys wanna sign them after the meeting, it's fine too.
Well, it's just Drew, gotta come in and sign.
sign.
And I'll try and do that first thing tomorrow morning, I can meet Laura in the gym.
Huh?
And sign everything at the end.
No, but Drew's gotta sign.
That's what I'm.
Well, but, so we don't waste time, I can sign it at the end of the meeting.
Oh, yeah, okay, if you wanna do that, sure.
Sure.
I see what
I
you're
see what
saying.
you're saying.
They're more than they are, right?
Yes, yes.
Two more.
Two more.
So we can sign those at the end.
Sure.
I feel like I'm more than.
Break.
Next one is basically the same thing.
Just give us,
Vacant land right now on Cronin Road.
yeah, give us the address.
Doesn't have an address, it's just on Cronin Road.
Okay.
All right.
The lot
The lot number?
Yeah,
Lot G2, parcel G2,
okay.
Okay.
Cronin Road. Same thing, vacant piece of land, 150 feet of frontage, 1.7 acres, remaining land has 300 feet of frontage, and, 5 acres.
Okay.
Same thing.
And they're aware that if they build on there, they've got wetlands that they'll have to deal with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, which is already has to go through conservation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did check.
I did check with Joyce, and she was like, well, just,
It is.
Nothing
nothing to stop the
A&R.
A&R, but
They
they try and build.
I just
I
didn't
just
want it
didn't
to
want
be
it to
a
be a
non-buildable
non-buildable
lot.
lot.
No, it's, yeah, he's doing more research on the southern piece. before they
Okay.
Okay.
Figure that out, so we should make sure. Nobody going down buildable.
Drew, do you have any questions?
Nope.
Okay. Any other questions?
This one's actually already had the septic and everything already designed and far enough away from the property. So
Okay.
just roll it up and leave it.
Yeah, and we'll sign it after the meeting and then Drew will get it to you. Well, we got one more. Well, let's,
No. I need to make a motion, right?
Yeah, we need a motion.
Okay, let me make a motion that we approve the A&R for Cronin Road, parcel G2.
Second.
All in favor?
Favor.
David Dufresne, aye?
Ed Longigan, aye?
Drew King, aye.
Richi Hacker, aye.
Hacker, aye.
Okay,
Okay,
A&R
A&R
is
is
accepted.
accepted.
And there's another
There's another
one.
one then.
Yes.
A&R number 3.
This one, I believe I've heard more. This one is more walking Stouffville Road.
Okay.
So email address, email message.
Just tell us who you are and who you're.
Well, I'm Richard Cook, RL Cook Surveyor,
Okay.
and basically this plan is straightening a couple of different items here.
here.
It's combining two additional parcels to an original one. One to correct the access, there's a driveway on here, you can see it. I don't know, did you see the digital copy?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so you can see that, and the other one was a parcel, for some reason was cut off before,
And was
and was
never
never
attached.
attached.
So they're
So they're just straightening out the different parcels there.
Okay,
Between Mike, Jim's son.
okay.
Okay.
That's what's happening here.
Any
All right.
Any
questions?
questions?
I mean,
I mean, everybody, we got remaining
frontage
frontage more than enough.
Any
Any area is more than enough.
I say
I say it right on.
I mean, you're combining anyway, right? So it's a bit bigger, right? Is that?
Yeah,
Yeah, the original one was
this
this
dash
dash
right
right here.
Okay.
And
And then what
what
they did, for some reason, I don't know why they tacked this on,
maybe
maybe to do something, I really don't. And then they
built
built the house
and
and they
pushed the
pushed the trunk way over the other side.
Oh, good.
So now I think they're coming up for sale here, and of course, they're gonna have it, they're gonna have an access issue. See,
This
This is being added to 5, and this is being added to 5. So it's total lot 5 revised.
Okay.
Good? Good?
All right, need a motion.
But I make a motion, we approve the A&R for
Lot 5 revised.
revised 42 Walking Cojo Road.
Second? Second. All in favor?
David Dufresne, aye.
Ed Longigan, aye.
Okay, aye.
Rich Ihacker,
Hacker,
aye.
aye. Okay, just roll that up and.
Tomorrow's.
I'll let you know when it's lined up.
I have to say, very detailed plans, they even included the little tree house in there.
I know, yeah, I saw that, it's good.
Have a good night, good night.
Thank you.
Really? Really? Just a tree house?
Really?
Really?
Okay.
I mean, it's a point of reference, if you look at it, that was introduction at the beginning, now it's fun.
Yeah.
That's true, it was.
Sure was, wasn't it?
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Now we are gonna have the decision, discussion and decisions for special permit number 314, next gen part, 764 Main Street.
Okay.
So
I will
I'll go ahead
go ahead
and
and
recuse.
But you need to leave the room, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna leave the room.
Just
That's fine.
Grab my water. It's all yours.
Get out so we can talk. Okay. Did everybody see the decision that I sent around?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Did you see it?
Yeah, I can't find it right now. Do you have a copy of that?
I have a copy that Ed had sent out earlier, and you said that you had
I
updated
had
a couple things
come
on
up with a
it.
couple, oh, pardon me, let me get out of here.
When did you send it out earlier?
I had emailed it out earlier today.
10:30, something like that. Whatever.
But I do have a copy of the latest edits, but the edits as of when it was sent. You have a hard copy, David.
Yes, 'cause I don't see it.
Oh,
Special draft.
Okay,
I got that.
Okay. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. There were some additional conditions that I put together, we can certainly talk about them and see what we think, but the first one is that the permit is issued to the applicant only and doesn't apply to any other businesses that may be operating at that location. No operation as a junkyard, or outdoor vehicle storage facility is allowed. Hours of operation are limited to 8 AM to 6 PM Monday through Friday, and 8 AM to 1 PM on Saturday.
This one says 7 to 5.
I know.
I sent out a new one.
So, where was I? And yeah, no business on Sundays or holidays. Delivery times during normal business hours. The noise level cannot be excessive or unreasonable and must be kept to an acceptable level so as not to disturb neighborhood properties. There cannot be any disturbance caused by smoke, vapors, fumes, dust, glare, or similar impacts. Parking lot lighting shall be directed toward the ground and not shine towards any neighboring properties. And the notification of any special events must be made to all neighboring properties a minimum of 1 week prior to the event. Those are the special conditions that I came up with. Anything else additional?
I think that pretty much addressed everything that we discussed, that were concerns, that were going on. And
Drew, do you have any comments?
Absolutely not. They were the same conditions that I had in mind.
Okay.
delivery times must be during normal business hours only.
So no.
So no overnight delivery.
And the hours of operation are the same from the Class 2 license, the selectmen issue. So they line up.
I have a question.
You can't
You
ask.
can't ask
No
any
question, sorry. It's the public hearing is closed, so.
There's no discussion on it with the public.
This is discussion amongst ourselves, and then we'll make a vote. Everybody okay with it?
Excuse me for just a second. I just wanted to be sure that those hours, business hours, are when they conduct business, because I know some owners like to go in on Saturday or Sunday to work in their office quietly, and I don't think anybody's got a problem with that.
No, I mean, this is to do normal business, I guess, is the best way to describe it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hours of opening,
Basically.
basically.
Yeah.
Doesn't prevent them from going in his office and sitting there and looking something up on the computer or something.
Right.
You just
You just can't open up the doors and conduct business.
Exactly. Okay.
No.
My
My consideration on this would be, what would be long-term outdoor vehicle storage? Because unless you define it somewhere,
It's
it's
open for
open for
debate.
debate.
My
My
idea
idea
of long-term
long-term,
it could be
could
much
be
different
much
from
different.
yours.
Yours
You might
might
think it's a week,
week.
where I think, well, long-term's a year.
Okay.
So,
How about long-term comes out?
Yeah.
no vehicle,
Outdoor
no
storage.
outdoor vehicle storage on facility.
Yeah. Did you hear that, Drew?
Well,
I did, and it was
Well,
my
you gotta-
understanding that any vehicles that went in would be dismantled and then shipped away. And the vehicles that are being sold may be there for a while in the parking lot. And, you know, that's understandable.
Right, because there's no definition of what because they.
sell the vehicles too. So by doing that, you're basically saying you can't sell vehicles.
Right, but these vehicles they're being sold, it was my understanding that they've been refurbished and they're for sale, so they're not junk anymore. They're just like a normal car dealership. Only
Right.
they're specialized. If I'm correct.
Yeah, I guess my thought on that was, I was thinking vehicle storage. I was thinking of parking something and walking away for 6 months. You know, actually storing vehicles there, as opposed to having a vehicle for sale.
Yeah, but unless you define it, whereas what is long-term? You know, I would probably say there shall not be storage of junk vehicles
What about unregistered,
on the premises.
when they don't have a sticker, without a sticker?
It's just,
Well, then that doesn't mean anything because he was selling vehicles.
they're
not gonna
unregistered,
be
they're
unregistered.
and uninsured, so yeah, I wouldn't have that.
They would have a dealer's license for that, or whatever they're selling.
Well, if
You
don't
just
have a
kind of,
headache-
you just gotta define it a little better to
Or
relate
how about-
to
how about
storage of.
No operations of junkyard or scrapped, outdoor storage of scrapped vehicles.
Yeah,
That's good.
it's simple.
Outdoor storage. Hell. Pardon me.
And then when you put noise level must be kept at an acceptable level. Unless you define decibels, what's accessible. Ambient noise might, or operational noise shall not exceed 60 decibels for prolonged time. Which is extreme, because
Yeah, it is.
you'd have ear injuries and stuff at that point, but they're also working on these things, so they're gonna be using power tools.
Right.
Things inside their garage during normal business hours, so they're gonna be making noise.
But the noise would be contained within the building, I would
Not
think, if
necess-
they're taking these part in the building.
Well, they're gonna have,
Garage door open probably on a hot day.
Nor they have their air conditioning on.
Yeah.
well,
I just wanted to address some of the concerns about
Yeah.
noise we've had. I mean, one of the neighbors brought this up, and in
Right.
other situations like this, noise always seems to come up.
My thing is when you say something, it's hard to enforce unless you have a metric to enforce it to.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
So, um,
I don't know what that could be.
typically on something, when you have a condition on noise, there's a noise study done. And that would be set a limit of what can be reasonable there.
Well, I guess the concern of the neighbor was, cars revving, doing burnouts, doing, if it's,
Again, they're muscle cars.
Yeah, I mean,
They're gonna be
noisy,
out
but
there and they're gonna have louder exhausts, they're gonna have things like that. You're gonna have those things because that's their clients.
yeah.
That's their people that they're dealing with. And, it'd be just like saying, I know that the racetrack has been an issue for a lot of people, but, that was also handled
not well.
not well.
And it's up on top of a mountain, and it's
Right,
outdoors.
and the noise
goes
travels.
for miles.
Right. They're dealing with cars that are performance vehicle, enhanced vehicles. So, I would say,
I'm looking right now at the ordinances by cities and towns in Massachusetts as to the decibel level. Cannot exceed 60 decibels, cannot exceed 65, cannot exceed 70
But I think that's very relative, we have a lot of Harleys driving by and they make a lot of noise.
for 2
yeah,
seconds.
but,
If they
Yeah.
have something there that is constantly and over and over and
Well,
then
yeah.
it's like a dog. Dogs bark, but if a dog barks more than 20 minutes, it becomes annoying.
Mm-hmm.
then it becomes a nuisance.
Yes.
So,
So just,
and, the neighbors could have a completely different, tolerance to this, where they're living right next to it, and their idea of acceptable
is gonna be much different from the owners of the
Right.
property. And I don't think we have a noise ordinance
No, I don't think we do either.
in our bylaws, so.
A general search showed that in suburban areas, doesn't have anything about rural, ambient noise levels in a suburban neighborhood are about 40 to 50 decibels. And some of these other things say you can't be more than 10 or 15 decibels above the ambient noise level.
I think something more practical would be, there shall not be idling of vehicles on the premises
Okay.
or revving of engines. Because that's where you'd get your noise, is if somebody's sitting there in the property, you know, giving it gas over and over and over, getting the engine revved up.
Right.
Yeah, I just did a noise decibel, we were at 58, and when we talk, we go to 75. So it's,
Okay.
that doesn't,
It doesn't-
any
yeah.
Harley or any V8 car that drives by is gonna, do a lot of
Right.
noise, but if a car is there and it keeps revving and revving, and, more than 10, 15 minutes, then it's a problem. But if I go there with my motorcycle and I park and then I turn it on and I accelerate and I leave, I think that's fine.
Right, it's continual
Yeah. it's-
loud noise. But yeah, I mean, should,
Yeah, the train is very loud too, so it's.
I know.
Yeah, but it just goes by.
Yeah.
It's there and gone. I think if you
Wait.
think you can't,
Can't,
Yeah.
you can't, no,
we can't,
no,
I wasn't.
nope.
I would say there would be no idling of vehicles or revving of the engines or playing of loud music. For continuous. Somebody pulls in, their engine's loud, or exhaust is loud, they pull into their parking lot, park their vehicle, shut it off, go in, buy whatever they're gonna do, leave, whatever. It's just if they're sitting there idling and they're blaring their music, that's not fair to the neighbors, or revving their engine.
But I'm not sure, David, if you have, say you have a customer drive in and they just, you have no control over what that customer is doing. He's in his own vehicle. And if he's being annoying, that's not NextGen's problem.
Well, it is their problem. To address it with their customer and say, hey, I need
Yes.
to, town's strict on the noise, can you shut your vehicle off, or can you turn your music down for us, please? Here's a nice way of doing it.
Yes, I agree.
I guess,
But
You can blame it on us.
yeah, oh, why
You know,
not?
say, hey, the town doesn't like this, and they're not gonna tolerate it, and
Right, I guess that's why I had that the noise level cannot be excessive or unreasonable. Must
Yeah.
be an acceptable level so as not to disturb neighboring properties. That, I mean, there aren't any metrics in there, but I think everybody understands what that means,
you would think so, but again, it's all interpretation. It's what my perception of excessive is versus yours.
Okay, so the noise level cannot be excessive or unreasonable, it must be kept to an noise level cannot be excessive or unreasonable, and must be kept to an acceptable level, so as to not disturb neighboring properties. This includes no revving of engines, idling of vehicles, or playing of loud music or other continuous noise.
Yeah.
Does that work?
I think you're setting the guidance in there.
Yeah,
So it's
What do you think of that, Drew?
I think that's fine. I just don't, I think if we revisit things in 6 months to be sure that next gen's happy, the neighbors are happy, and that's good, just an open line of communication, because you don't want to tie these people's hands and feet and mouths so they can't do their
no.
business.
No. No, we certainly don't want to do that, but we also have to just make sure that there's no disturbance.
Agreed.
We have to
For
walk
the-
the
for-
line between allowing something, but also not being just outright annoying to everybody around.
Okay, all right, so let me just read this through again. The noise level cannot be excessive or unreasonable and must be kept to an acceptable level so as not to disturb neighborhood properties. This includes no revving of engines, idling of vehicles, playing loud music, or other continuous noise. Is that good?
Yes.
Okay, all right. And then I moved the other line out. There cannot be any disturbances caused by smoke, vapors, fumes, dust, glare, and similar impacts. Okay. And the parking lot lighting shall be directed toward the ground and not shine towards any neighboring properties. And notification of all special events must be made to all neighboring properties a minimum of 1 week prior to the event, just in case.
Yeah.
All right. You okay with that one, Joe?
Yes.
Eric, what do you think? You're fine? Okay. All right, if we're good with that, would someone want to make a motion?
Special events must be made to all neighboring properties, but I think the town should be notified too, so if neighbors do call, we're not like, well, what are you talking about? We don't know.
Okay.
So if it's,
All right, so
you
who should,
notify the, you know, either the town administrator's office or the selectman's office, or, you know, the police department, you know, notify them in writing of such special event. Because then the police department will know, hey, they have a special event, we know. Instead of everybody just calling and saying, hey, they're doing this and this and this over there.
Yeah, I think it's a common practice to, you know, we get a lot of business that come and send notes that we're gonna have this event, and they
Okay.
even ask
all right,
the Board of Selectmen to approve or liquor and all that, you know, so.
all right, so notification of all special events, any special events must be made to the town administrator, selectmen, and the police department, along with all neighboring properties, a minimum of 1 week prior to the event.
That sounds reasonable.
Okay,
This way there's no confusion.
okay. Those are all the additional conditions that I came up with.
And you have in here that the special permit is non-transferable.
Issued to the applicant only.
Yeah, and non-transferable.
I don't have that in, but it's easy enough. Add that right in. Whoops. Come on. Okay, special permit, this special permit is issued to the applicant only and does not apply to any other business that may be operating at that location. The permit is non-transferable. Okay. Anything else?
I'm good.
Okay, all right. Drew, you good?
Yep.
Okay. Someone want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the special permit with the conditions for Next Gen Parts 131 West Main Street.
Second.
Nope, not, it's actually at 764 Main Street. Sorry, I was reading the Spencer.
Okay. Okay. Do you want to do that one again, so we have it?
I'll make a motion to approve the special permit with the conditions set for Next Gen Parts at 764 Main Street, Warren, Mass.
Second.
All in favor?
Derek Bailey's aye.
David Dufresne, aye?
Ed Longigan, aye.
King, aye. Drew King, aye.
Okay, the motion is passed.
Okay.
Can I ask any questions or no?
Well, yeah,
I know it doesn't matter, I'm just,
The way this works is we now have 14 days to actually issue the decision.
okay.
If at that point, when you get this, if there's something you want to appeal, you can do that through the town clerk's office. You have 20 days from the date of receipt of the decision to make an appeal, if you want to. Okay? But that's where we are right now, so we'll issue this soon.
You guys will call us or like, how do I-
well, we all gotta sign it.
Yeah.
And, once it's signed, Mrs. King, she'll be in tomorrow to sign everything. So the earliest it could be done would be tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, but then you'll be notified. Laura will call you and say,
And then if
we have the decision for you.
If we want to speak further upon what you guys said, we will have to appeal it or something like that.
If you don't agree with any of this, then you have a chance to appeal. If it, in general, you just have questions about certain things, then you could contact the planning board office or get on the agenda for another meeting.
I really have no issues, I think everything was super fair. The only thing that scares me is the noise thing, not because of us, but due to others. I don't wanna be pointed for everything to do wrong. If you were sitting in front of that property, like you would know, like a million people stop there all day and like idle their trucks, for example. Like I was there all day today and like probably 10 cars up throughout the day and either text or do this or I don't know, but like that just scares me. But I know
They're not
people are
related
fine.
to you, they're not your business.
Right, okay,
Yeah, you can't be responsible for everybody that drives down the road.
right.
Yeah, no, that's,
You know, if they're pulling in your parking lot and sitting there, your business,
it's, yeah, no,
then
I
it's
know.
your responsibility.
I was going outside for a while to ask at first, because it was like weird to me, but it just.
Well, you
Celebrate, you're getting your.
Thank you.
Yeah, your permit is issued, so, okay.
No, you're getting it.
Thank you.
Oh, sure.
Have a good night.
And I was one of those people that stopped by in their parking lot.
Was Drew Revin or I?
She was.
No,
You
Well,
can-
she knew it was getting on Rich's nerves, so
Yeah,
she did
so-
it.
Yeah, just
That's
make
true.
me pissed off. She wanted to do it before the special permit stopped it. right?
Yeah,
So deal with this now?
All right, so we are on to Agilitas, Beaman Road, solar facility. Do we have, right, Stephen is here from OTO.
what the hell happened?
I don't know if Joyce is coming on. Let me just see real quick.
So I take it they abandoned the
Yeah, so why don't,
cement,
The liquid cement, or whatever, the
the
cement,
cloth there.
canvas,
Yeah.
concrete?
Canvas, concrete,
yeah, so you want to just have Nick start
yeah.
Yeah,
with, dive right in?
yeah, where are we? Okay.
Nick?
Wake up, Nick.
Hey,
Relax. All right, so for the record, Nick Fastendola, Level Design Group. Here on behalf of Agilitas Energy. Following up on our last meeting, we decided to not swim up current and work with what you guys were looking for. So we modified the basin outlet repair area. I guess that's what we're calling it now. To have a bentonite clay liner, pretty standard item, and essentially rebuild the spillway over the top of that. Made a few changes. We still kept the concrete curb set in there in the middle, just as a nice well-defined point where we transition from berm to spillway. Still going to be riprap coming down the hill through as the water makes its way down the spillway. Overall, same width, same elevation. We sent it over to OTO. They had a couple minor recommendations, have no issues with buttoning up a little bit of the wording on some of the mostly material specifications. So yeah, no objections to any of that stuff. If you guys are okay with it, we're more than happy to accept their comments and move forward, get this thing rebuilt.
All right. Stephen, you want to,
Yeah, sure. So Steve McLaughlin with OTO, and just to talk about our comments a little bit. So basically our concerns were just the material, just addressing that, tightening up those definitions a little bit. The clay core, Joyce had brought it up before that the class 4 soils, some of that can encompass some materials that we don't want in here. I know from before that's not what we used. There was a silty clay that was used before. So that's more or less what that comment refers to, is just if we're importing material for the clay core, it's just a silty clay, similar to what was used. And the other one was the material above the GCL, and that material for that we were just suggested using something a little more well graded. Some of the berm material that's used now, it's a little on the finer side, and just we feel that a more well-graded material will compact a little bit better, hold up on that slope, and serve a little better in that purpose. That spec does call for a material with greater than 20% fines, and we're in agreement with that to keep that in it, but just have the material be a little bit more well-graded. So I don't know, does that make sense, Nick, with those two?
Yeah, no, that's
Okay.
not a problem with any of that stuff. I mean, I'll just change the note to well graded. I can give a C factor on that. That kind of defines, the gradation of the material.
Yeah.
So I'll just modify that one note there to provide that extra information. But no, overall good comments. I think that'll help there. Any inputs appreciated. It's a tricky situation out here. So we appreciate OTO taking a look at this and providing their input. We all have the same goal. We want it to work.
Yep.
We want it to work right and for a long time. So overall, we're hoping to get this kicked off before the winter and, actually finish, before the snow rolls in. If the board approves it, we'll get everything scheduled and coordinate with OTO. I'll be on site a lot for the installation, reviewing materials. So we'll have a lot of oversight on here as this is being put back together.
all right, and Stephen, OTO, be there during this process too?
Yes. Yeah, we'll have someone there full-time also as it goes back together. Nick, do you know, I mean, not to put you on the spot, offhand, do you kind of know roughly when you think, or I don't know if Alex is a better handle on that with when this would start?
I mean, we've not we don't have an approval yet, so you know it's
Right.
hard to lock up a contractor until we know we're good to go. I would say hopefully, you know, final bidding on it. Got to order the materials, get everything in place because you know this is one of those types of jobs, right? We want to have everything in place. We don't want to be waiting on, you know, take the berm apart and then be waiting on materials. So
Yep.
I think it's going to go to the contractor if the board is okay with it this evening. And then, you know, we'll be more than happy to follow up with you guys.
Okay.
Let you know, but you know, it's not starting. I mean, next week would be a stretch, but I highly doubt that that's the case.
Right.
But we'll give you as much notice as possible. But yeah, we want to make sure we have all the pieces in place because, you know, it's not a big job, but you know, we need to do it quickly. Got to squeeze it in between rainstorms. Look at the long-term forecast. You know, we don't want to be planning to rip this thing apart when we got 2 inches of rain coming the next day, right?
Right.
So
No, exactly.
that's going to play into it. But overall, weather's been good. Hopefully, it keeps up this way, and you know, we can get it done.
Okay. Yeah, as much whatever you can give us for heads up, that would be appreciated. So
Will do.
Questions?
I'm good.
No,
I'm actually happy with what's going on now. It looks like we're on the right path. And I think as long as we do OTO's recommendations, we should be good.
Yeah, no, I don't have any questions, yeah.
I would say the approval for this motion should include
Yeah.
with OTO's recommendations.
Stephen, I have a question. You have a comment here. Should this extend here? What does that mean?
I think
I pointed
that,
at the wrong line.
yeah,
Apologies.
yeah.
So what happened?
The arrow points at the wrong line, so we'll button that up too.
Oh, the geotextile fabric is.
Yeah, okay, I got it.
You know, we have there's the clay core, or excuse me, the bentonite liner, and then there's material above that, and then there's filter fabric. So I was trying to designate everything with different types of lines, and you know, it just the arrow didn't make it to where it was supposed to, apparently.
Got it, okay.
Yep.
All right.
Come on, Nick, attention to detail.
Sorry.
This is why we have peer reviewers.
Oh, and Joyce just joined.
All right. While she's connecting, Laura, how are we doing on the peer review account? Do you have any idea?
I don't have that info on me.
That's okay.
It was still pretty well funded.
Okay.
As of
Just-
my last sort of ledger.
Okay, just because this, you know, we got to make sure that
This is gonna be
we got enough
expensive.
for OTO to
Yes,
pay,
yeah.
so, okay.
Yeah, so I can definitely get an update because that payables should have gone through or is in process, so I can touch base with accounting and get sort of the up to like as of today.
Yeah, that's
let's
good,
say,
okay.
Detail account.
Joyce, from Conservation, do you have any comments, questions? There's-
No, not really. I think that Stephen has covered most of it
Okay,
on his comments. So, yeah.
all right. So,
We're good?
Looks like it.
Yeah, I think, Nick, we're very happy with this. This is good. All right, so if someone wants to make a motion?
So I'll make a motion to approve the, well, what are we calling this today?
Basin
Basin
One
one spill-
Emergency Overflow Spillway
Design.
and Berm Reconstruction Plan or something like that.
Okay, here we go. So I'll make a motion to approve the Basin One Spillway and Berm Repair Plan as dated for October 10th, 2024 with the recommendations from OTO As written.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Derek Bellis, aye.
David Dufresne, aye.
Ed Longigan, aye.
Drew King, aye.
Rich Hacker, aye. All right, time to get to work.
All right, guys, I appreciate it, and I'll clean up a final version of the plan and send it out to everybody with all this worked into it, just so we have one for the record.
Okay, yeah, that'd be great.
Thank you. Excellent.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, Joyce.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you. Thanks.
All right. I will stop sharing. Minutes for September 30th, 2024. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes for September 30th, 2024.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Derek Bellis, aye.
David Dufresne, aye.
Ed Longigan, aye.
Drew King, aye.
Rich Hacker, aye. Passes. Any new business?
Yeah, the paperwork that went out about the farmland in Warren, I was under the understanding that the state of Massachusetts, that just kind of goes on. Do we need to do anything specifically with that?
I don't really know. So I think we have to maybe get more info from Jim.
Okay,
Yeah, I took a quick look at it. Like, I'm not really sure what the deal with this is.
Yeah, I
And
don't.
originally I thought it was like sort of junk mail, like some company, oh, we're gonna do this for you. It's like, yeah, okay.
the state of Massachusetts will, take land and put it in a land bank that like Cheney Orchards. It, like it's in chapter and it has to stay that way. It can't be sold for a lot.
What about solar?
I don't think it can do any of those things. It has to stay as farmland.
Okay. All right, so I guess. Just have to stay tuned on that one and
Yeah.
see where it goes. All right, anything else? Oh, a new business?
No.
Old business? Hearing none. Comments and concerns?
No.
Hearing none. Next meeting?
Hearing none.
Next meeting.
We're off for the season.
Off the season, yeah, okay.
No, it's only November.
Is the town hall closed on Veterans Day?
Yes. It is a holiday.
So the meetings would have to be on the 4th of November and the 18th of November.
Well, let's at least. Fourth and then see where, because normally we would do the 11th and the 25th, so.
Right.
Correct.
All right, so November 4th,
Yeah,
7:15
let's-
presumably?
Let's do the 4th and see what happens and.
Yeah.
Okay.
So our next meeting is November 4th, 2024 at 7:15 PM.
And just for consideration, I had let you all know, Jane from CMRCP
Oh,
wanted
yeah,
to
yeah.
come make a presentation.
Okay.
So she just asked for me to let her know when the next
Okay,
November meeting
put her
was
on
going
the
to be.
agenda.
So I will let her know that as long as we can likely squeeze her in.
That's great,
That's
yeah.
fine.
And just, everybody remember, daylight savings ends on November 3rd,
Right.
Wow.
so,
Do we fall
Yeah.
back?
yeah.
Yes.
So we get an extra hour?
So,
No.
yeah, an extra
Oh,
hour
yes,
for
we get an
meeting.
extra hour, yes.
Oh,
An extra-
okay, so don't set your clocks back until the meeting and then we'll
Right,
get an
and then we
extra
get an extra
hour.
hour for the meeting.
Right.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
And the earth will start spinning this way. Right. Okay.
All right. Anything, all right. Is there a motion to adjourn from Derek?
Second.
All in favor?
Derek Bellis, aye.
David Dufresne, aye.
Ed Longigan, aye.
Drew King, aye.
Rich Hacker, aye. We are adjourned.